We did our research and got this Black & Decker. It's a portable air conditioning unit. And it's a lot easier to move in and out because it's not a window unit which you have to carry in and out of the window. This has wheels and it's a heat pump, so if you flip it around, the cold air can blow outside and the warm air will blow inside. And what it does with that warm air is whenever there's water at the bottom, it'll flow over the water and pick up some of that water so you won't have to empty it as much. This thing is heavy and I'm glad it has wheels. We're going to set this up so everything goes right out this window here. So there's a few things we just need to hook up, like the exhaust vent and the water condensate tube. This ring just snaps in place and then you twist it to lock it in. These two pieces slide together and then there's little adjustment holes here just like a belt. And then this is going to go into your window and then it'll change sizes so you can get it to the correct size that you need. Then there's this little plastic pin that'll hold it in place. Take that plastic pin, put it in place, and then I like to put the tape over top of that to keep it from moving. There's a couple options for foam here. This is just a foam strip, and then this is an adhesive foam strip. So this is what we're going to use on this plastic piece to seal it on the edge of the window. We're going to put a strip of this adhesive foam on the top and on the bottom. Trim it to size. To keep everything neat, we'll trim it in half. Off the adhesive, you'll want to put the factory edge where you'll see it from the inside so it'll look the nicest. And press it flat. And do the same thing to the other side. We'll place some on the edge as well. And on the other side as well. The instructions say to put the foam on the window itself and then not on this plastic. We're going to put it on the plastic so this way we can close the window, everything will seal. But then whenever we remove everything, the window will be just as fine, it'll be normal. We're going to put another piece of foam on this low spot here to compensate for that telescoping effect so everything seals. Now you can see it's flush at the top instead of offset. This squeaks right into place, and then when we close that window, that's good, everything seals. Clip in this piece, put in the flex tube, now thread in this adapter. Snap that in place. While the window's open, you could stuff this foam in because it's not actually sealing. Air can flow through the window like that. So this would just give it a little bit more of a seal. We'll plug it in. Now turn it on. I like those buttons. It's more of a touch screen than it is an actual click button. It takes about 3 minutes for the compressor to kick on, and you can see that vent is cold. That exhaust air vent is blowing out some hot air. It's about 130 degrees and it's humid, but I'm surprised by the air volume that it's kicking out. It's impressive. Wow, that's a lot of air. The hot air is blowing over that water, so a lot of it's going to get evaporated and blown out the exhaust, so you won't have as much condensate. But we just have the tube that came with it just going into a pan just in case there's any that needs to come out. It has a place to go. We plugged this up instead of having this clear tube on here, and that lets the tank fill up, and then it uses mist technology to take the water out the exhaust. So if this starts filling up with water, it'll be removed, and if it ever can't keep up and the tank starts filling up too much, it'll just turn the machine off and then you just pull this plug and it would start draining. There's 3 modes that it has. This one is where your compressor is probably always going to be on. This one is dehumidify, and this one would be basically equal to your econ mode where the fan is just going to be blowing. This has an auto feature, and the way you know that it's on auto is it's this fan with a circle around it. That's the auto fan, and then it'll turn the compressor on and off to maintain the temperature that you want in the room. Now your fan speeds here, you can change them. So what I've found with the fan speeds is whenever I use them, I don't feel much of a difference whenever I change it to the largest fan. Like, I felt it kick in a little bit more, and then it's only slightly a difference. I don't think that's too important. Typically, I'm just going to have it on auto so it maintains the temperature that you have it set to. With that adjustable tube, you can put it in really any position you need. Here we just took it off the blocks, moved it over a little bit, and you can bend the tube to the shape you need.